Math and Science. Today our topic is mensuration. This is the part 1 of the video. The subsequent parts will be uploaded very soon and I want to cover the topics in increased difficulty. Let's have a look at the key concepts that will be presented in this video. First, we will discuss what do we mean by mensuration. Next, there will be the concept of dimension and measurement. Next, we will clear out the concept about 1D, 2D and 3D figures. Next, we will dive into perimeter and area. And next, we will take examples of different types of figures and how to do measurement on them. So first topic is what do we mean by mensuration? You know, mensuration comes from the Latin word mensura, which means to measure. So mensuration is the meaning of mensuration is measurement. Measurement and dimension. We know that measurement means you have to measure something like the length of a something or the width of a something or the height of a something or the capacity of a something or the time elapsed between two events. We measure everything in terms of some units, and measurement is very much important for reaching a particular goal like measuring the area, measuring the perimeter, and mensuration deals with all these things. So, what is dimension? Dimension is a measurement of something in a particular direction. So, measurement is you can tell that measurement is a type of measurement is called dimension. So dimension is what? Dimension is measurement of something in a particular direction. So it can be height, length or width. So you know that length is always greater than width, and height may be greater than or less than length or width, it does not matter, but length should always be greater than the width of the object. Next, we will know about 1D, 2D and 3D concepts. First, 1D. When we draw a line, we can measure its length only. We cannot measure its width or height. So, the measurement is done only on length. So, this is a one dimensional figure. There is only one dimension that can be measured. Now 2D means what? 2D means you will have two dimensions to measure, like this rectangle. Okay, here you see there is length and there is width. So you can measure two things. Two things can be measured. Two things or two dimensions can be measured. So it is known as a 2D figure. Next is 3D. Next is 3D. In 3D, you measure the length. This is the length. Okay. This is the breadth or width. Let's write the length as L. breadth as b, and this is the height. This is 8. Okay. So we can measure three things here: length, breadth and height. So this is a 3D object. This is a 3D object. Now if I ask you that if there is an anything which has no dimension, no dimension can, that means that it has an existence but there is no dimension that can be measured for it. So what is zero dimension? 0D object, 0D figure. I would say 0D figure, and it is a point. You see, the point has no length, no breadth, no height. So a zero dimensional figure is a point. So if anyone asks you a tricky question like what is a zero dimensional figure, you will say it is a point. Concepts of perimeter and area. So what is perimeter? Perimeter is the total length around a shape. Let's take a shape like a triangle. Here you can see that this is, let's measure the lengths of its sides. It is A, it is B and it is C. The lengths are according to A, B and C. So what will be the perimeter? Perimeter will be the total length around the shape. So it will be A plus B plus C. Okay. If you take a quadrilateral, here you can take it as A, B, C, D, and the perimeter will be A plus B plus C plus D. So this is the perimeter of the figure. Now what is area? Area is the amount of space a 2D object occupies. It is about a 2D object. Okay, like a triangle, like a rectangle, like a square. Okay, this is about the 2D object and how much space it occupies on the paper. Like I am drawing in this PPT, how much space this triangle occupies in this PPT presentation window, that is known as the area of the triangle. So we can now find the different formulas related to the 2D figures that we will measure. First of all, triangle. Okay, so what will be the perimeter of the triangle? The perimeter of the triangle is, if it is A, if the length of this side is A, the length of this side is B and the length of third side is C, then the perimeter will be, perimeter is A plus B plus C. Now if you want to know the area of the triangle, that is how much space it is occupying on this PPT slide. So what you will do? You will draw a perpendicular on the triangle, base of the triangle. This is base. This is base of the triangle and this is the perpendicular. And you will measure the length of the base. Length of the base, it is B as I have written. And the length of the perpendicular is what? Perpendicular should be drawn from the opposite point, like this point. Okay, this point only. So length of the perpendicular, let's take it as h. Then what will be the area of the triangle? Area will be half into b into h. Okay, so you know about the perimeter of a triangle and the area of a triangle. Next we will know about rectangle. Let's say this is a rectangle whose length is L and breadth is B. So what will be the perimeter? Perimeter means what? Perimeter means you have to calculate all the lengths and add them together. So I am taking all the lengths. This is L. In rectangle the opposite side will are equal. Okay, so this is L. So this will be L plus L. This is B and the opposite side is B. So this will be B plus B. So what do we get? 2L plus 2B. So we take 2 as common and it will become 2 into L plus B. Now what is the area of the rectangle? Area of the rectangle will be just L into B, that is length into breadth. Okay, so you now know about the perimeter of a rectangle and the area of the rectangle. Perimeter will be 2 into L plus B and area will be L into B. Next we will take square. For square, each side we know has equal length with the other side. So if we take each side as A, then what will be the perimeter? Perimeter will be A plus A plus A plus A. So it will be 4A. And what will be the area? Area will be A into A, that is A square. Why A into A? Because here length and breadth are same and they are equal to A. Now let's take another example of that of a parallelogram. Okay. In parallelogram, the angle is between two adjacent sides is not always 90 degree. It may be of any angle alpha. Okay. So in case of parallelogram also, you see the perimeter will be A. If this is L, let me correct it. If this is L and if this is B, the breadth, and this is length L. Okay, sorry, my mistake. This is B and this is L, then the perimeter will be what? Perimeter will be 2 into L plus B, the same. Perimeter will be the same as rectangle, 2 into L plus B. And area is also same. Area is 2, no, not 2. Area will be L into B. L into B. So as rectangle is a type of parallelogram, so in both cases the formula is same. Perimeter is 2 into L plus B and area is L into B. Now we will know about some figures like rhombus. Rhombus means what? Rhombus is a square is a type of rhombus. Okay, and in rhombus all the sides are same. Length of each side is same, but the angle is not 90 degree. It may be any angle. It may be 90 degree. It may be any angle alpha. So for rhombus, what is the perimeter? Perimeter is same as square. Perimeter is same as square. Perimeter is 4a because the length of each side is a. Now what is the area? For area, the formula is quite different. Here you have to draw two diagonals. Diagonals means what? Diagonal means what? You have to connect the two opposite corners with a straight line. Okay, so you have connected these two lines. This is one diagonal and this is another diagonal connecting the opposite corners. So these are two opposite corners are connected by a line and these are two diagonals. If the length of one diagonal is say C and another diagonal is D, then area will be half into C into D. Okay. So we know about the perimeter of the rhombus. Perimeter will be same as square 4 into A and area will be different. Here the area will be half into C into D, that is half into product of its diagonals. Now we will know about another shape which is called trapezium. Here you see that for trapezium these two opposite sides will be always parallel to each other. The two opposite sides will be always parallel to each other and other two opposite sides will not be parallel to each other. This is the difference between rhombus and trapezium. In rhombus, opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other, whereas in trapezium, opposite sides are not parallel to each other. Only a pair of opposite sides is parallel to each other. The other pair is not parallel to each other. So in case of trapezium, what is the perimeter? Perimeter is length of all four sides sum. So if this is A, this is B, this is C and this is D, then perimeter will be A plus B plus C plus D. And area, for area you have to take some measurements. So what will be the, for area you have to take the shortest distance between the two parallel lines. So how we will find the shortest distance? We have to make a perpendicular on the opposite side. So the perpendicular will be from the opposite corner. You have to draw a perpendicular on the base. So this will be the shortest distance between the two parallel sides. Okay, so if this is, I am naming it as E. If this is E, then area of the trapezium will be half into sum of parallel sides. So what are the sum of parallel sides? A plus C. it is the sum of the parallel sides, and distance between the parallel sides into distance between the parallel sides. What is the distance between the two parallel sides? It is E. So area will be half into A plus C into E. Now we have come to the last, not last, but penultimate slide of this topic. Okay, that is, we will measure the area and the perimeter of a circle. So for perimeter and area measurement, we first have to know the diameter of the circle. What is the diameter? Diameter is the maximum distance that can be drawn from, the maximum distance that can be drawn from one side to other side of the circle. Okay, so here you can see maximum distance of straight line. So here you can see this is the diameter and we can measure it as D. So what will be the perimeter of the circle? For circle you have to know a term as pi. Pi is a number and its value is almost equal to 3.14. Okay, so perimeter will be pi into D. And what will be the area? For area we have to know the radius of the circle. So what is the radius? What is the radius? Here the radius is the distance from of the circle from its center. So this is the radius and this is always half of the diameter. So R equal to D by 2. So now you have known about the radius. Now we can calculate the area. So what will be the area of the circle? The area of the circle will be pi r into r, that is pi r square. So with this we end the video for this class. Thank you for watching the video, and if you like it, please subscribe to my channel. I will upload the second part of the video and consequently third part with increasing difficulty so that you can understand mensuration clearly. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.